Alright, so you guys wanted a video. I decided not to do it in front of the fireplace because that would be dumb. It's the middle of the summer. So I decided to do it in the middle of sunny here. You guys don't know where here is, but that works fine for me. You guys wanted a video on top lane. I'm not quite sure what I could talk about with top lane. You guys wanted like a history of top lane, different metas. Briefly, because obviously I'm doing this on my phone, I've always thought my most favorite meta was always Season 2, near the end of Season 2, but not at the end of Season 2, because that would include Jace, and as anybody who played with the end of Season 2 Jace knows that Jace was disgusting. But anyway, Season 2 was pretty much... Season 2 is pretty much... You could get that down by... It was pretty much a meta for healing and laning and outscaling and winning and dominating lane. Effectively, Season 2 was about, can you win your lane? How do you win your lane? Win your lane. And they had really broken items like Wriggles. And you remember Wriggles, it was an item that gave you 18, then 15% lifesteal. So a lot. Before that, I'll just leave it there. It gave you a shitload of lifesteal. It was in several different iterations. It used to heal differently for different things. It gave you 30 armor. I think it was like 20 damage. It gave you a free ward to use. It was like 1800 gold, 1600, something like that. Generally one of the best items in the game. You had Cutlass. Cutlass at the time gave you, I want to say it gave you 40 damage, but that doesn't seem right in my head. It gave you 15% lifesteal. The active was on only a 60-second cooldown. It dealt 150 damage. It slowed by 40%. Jax with Cutlass used to be able to do 100% of your life bar. You know, he'd get behind you, Cutlass, and he'd just kill you from full health. And he'd be like, oh, right, yeah. Phage was, I want to say 250 health, 18 damage, or it was 225. A lot of health, not a lot of damage, but decent damage. But the big thing was that it had I want to say 25% chance to slow. So you could potentially chain the slow indefinitely. So that was pretty nutty. Obviously, Phage built into Trinity. Cutlass pretty much built into nothing at the time. Gunblade was shit. Everybody just went... you got Cutlass for the early lifesteal because you wanted to slow. Wriggles was more of like, how do I win this lane by sustaining people. Cutlass was more, how do I win this lane by killing people. Yeah, that's really the right way to put it. The meta was very much about healing. It was very easy to get back into the lane. You could get chunked half your health bar away, you could heal it back up. Champions like Riven and Renekton, you could get Wriggles against them, which gave you armor and lifesteal, which, as you might imagine, was able to stop them. That's where a lot of these champions came from. Darius, Aurelia, Riven, Xin Zhao, Renekton. They came from this meta where everybody had healing, everybody could get armor. You could stack Doran's blades. Doran's was 100 health, 10 damage, 3% lifesteal. Was it 475 gold? So you get like 3 Dorans, or a Wriggles, or a Cutlass, you know what I mean? Very lane-dominating meta. That's why I think a lot of people look at the current meta, at least people that used to play in Season 2, and they go, well, this isn't very fun. One jungle gank, you lose half your health, you're out of the lane. Oh. Okay. That's fun, I guess. The other thing was that since there was no teleport, if you actually were forced off, if you couldn't get back to the lane and you couldn't, get to the healing, if your opponent had complete lane control, he would continue to heal off the lane, and you wouldn't. And then he would push it into the turret, and you could, pick up the table scraps at the turret, which would be like maybe 1/3 as many auto attacks, and, because the turret would be killing all the minions before you could be healing off them. Either way, lane control was really important. You don't see much of that anymore. Everybody kind of just, oh no, I've lost control of the lane, better... Oh, there's a bee. Oh, fuck. God, no. Bee, what the fuck? Anyway, yeah, when people talk about the history of top lane, that was pretty much Season 2. Season 1 was shitty. I mean, Season 1 didn't have a meta. Season 1 was do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody knows what they're doing. Season 3 pretty much removed all the healing, which in turn, as you imagine, with no more healing, everybody was playing mages. As with Will of the Ancient stacking, they did nerf the fuck out of that. But, you know, ever since then, bruisers as a whole have really taken a back end until now. Now is one of the few times I feel bruisers can actually start to impact the game again. I don't like tank meta. Tank meta is shit. Tank meta is, how do I play this game without actually playing this game? Now, I want to play League of Legends, but how do I do that without playing League of Legends? Well, you play a tank, and then you just sit there and farm in lane and use your escape move and move big whoop. Who gives a fuck? There's a squirrel and a bird fighting up there. Why is a squirrel and a bird fighting? Shut up, bee. Oh, fuck you, bee. Yeah, fuck, bee. What did I do to you? Anyway, Season 4, that's when they had Perseverance, heal missing percent health every 5 seconds. That was interesting. By interesting, I mean, they kind of fucked up the game because there was way too much healing without items. You have to remember, even though it was similar levels of healing to like the Wriggles Cutlass era, the big thing was there was no item that could force you for a kill. Like you used to be able to get Trinity, you know? Trinity could force a kill with the phage, with the speed boost. You have to remember Trinity used to give 12% movement speed and a chance to slow. So you could chase people down and murder the fuck out of them. With none of that, and here's a big thing, is that lifesteal tends to be better for AD champions, who'd have thought? And when they gave Perseverance to every champion, people just built as tanky as possible. When you're no longer healing based on how much damage you're going to deal to minions, instead you're healing based on how much health you have, well obviously, everybody's going to build health items. Win the laning phase that way. Well, that was a dumb idea from Riot. A lot of dumb ideas from Riot. Anyway, Season 5 was... I want to say it wasn't exactly a continuation of Season 4, but it wasn't very good either. I mean, Season 5 in my mind is the least memorable season. It didn't even have anything that like really interested you, you know? When you look back at Season 5, what do you see? You see, at least Season 6 kind of had flavor, you know? Even though it was shit, you know, at least it had flavor. Anyway, it's really hot. So I'm gonna be done. Yeah, there you go. There's your video.